So anybody have any idea or?
Spinach.
Okay, very good. So spinach is what we use, and what we do is we have our pasta sheets are made with egg, more egg yolks, flour. I use two types of flour: a 00 flour and a durum flour. Durum being that is the richer part of the wheat of flour that is milled, and that's how we get the durum. It's more of a yellow flour than a white flour. So it's almost like an 80-20, you know, to give it a little bit more bite to the lasagna. So I measured this out, so I mixed the two flours together, and you could do this at home, all right? And or you could try to find fresh pasta sheets, and it'll be very difficult to find the green ones, but you're more likely to find a white pasta sheet, which is just as good. But classically for Lasagna Verde, you want the green pasta sheet. So you mix it all together and you incorporate it, and you're not afraid to make a mess. I'm sorry if you guys are not hearing me down there, but okay. So once you get the egg in there, the best thing is to start using and kneading the dough. So traditionally, what would be wise to do is that once you make your dough and you get to this form here, you're kneading it all together. It would be better for you to store your dough at least a couple hours in the refrigerator, or even a day ahead. So a suggestion to make lasagna would be make all your ingredients the day before, you know, like your sauce and that. So then what you're basically doing, you're assembling your lasagna the next day. So it's like building a cake almost. You have your sponge made and your lasagna sheets made, and you have your cream made, and all your ingredients are made before. So you could assemble this lasagna and then just bake. So you want to I don't want to dirty both hands because then I'll never get it off. So basically, you want to get this texture here. So once you get to that texture, now you can use a rolling pin at home. Now I'll talk about a little bit about equipment of how to, you know, make your sheets of pasta with a machine. So if you have an imperia, this is called an imperia pasta machine. It's a little bit on the high end. It's not a cheap piece of equipment. For the industry, they make even bigger ones. You know, we use in our facility that you can make pasta sheets, you know, at a high volume. And this one here is not bad, but it won't keep up to a volume of, let's say, a restaurant this size. So at home, if you have a KitchenAid, they make an attachment where you can make your own pasta sheets, and they're trying to work fairly well. So building the lasagna sheets, building the lasagna. So let's get back to equipment. You could use at home. You can use a Le Creuset pot. Traditionally, we use at home aluminum pots, aluminum pans, which are also good. This is also a nice piece of equipment. I mean, but it cooks very well. If you bake lasagna in this, we bake our lasagnas in these little small ones. So if you want to make a small one at home, you know, these are very nice. And you can put lasagna in this one. And they make even smaller ones. But we traditionally make it in this one. So one thing about lasagna, when you build your lasagna, right? So if you want to, I'm just going to do like one level. I'm not going to build the whole thing. But I always put tomato sauce in the bottom, right? So I go all the way across, you know. Can you tell them to send up the boards? So I do a layer of tomato, right? And then the lasagna sheets. And I'm sure everybody's familiar with the process, you know. So then I moved over the ragu. And like I said, if you do this all the day before, right, you're already ahead of the game. You have all the ingredients already. So you're like, wow, I got this. I build it. I'm ready to go. So you will build your ragu. And I always like to put Parmesan cheese on every level. I always put it on every level. Your next layer, right? Now I have the ricotta here. It's supposed to be bechamel. They didn't bring it to me, but you put bechamel on the second level, right? And you want to make the bechamel not too liquidy and not too dense. So if you make it the day before and you feel like it got dense, then what you would do is you'll just add a little milk, heat it up slightly, so you loosen up so you're able to spread it. So you put your bechamel. And now, you add the bechamel and you put your pasta sheet, right? If I go again with the ragu, towards the middle of the layers, as I go about 5-6 high towards the middle of the layer. I add, again, a little bit fontina cheese, because I love fontina cheese, and I can add a little bit of ricotta, right? And of course, I always add Parmesan. So I continue this process until I get to the top. Now the top layer, I cover all with bechamel, and then I put my Parmesan on the top. You can't cover it. You can't cover it initially. Because usually you want to bake, it's almost a good hour, slow hour, 350, you want to bake your lasagna. You bake it to 350, last 10 minutes, you take off the top, you make this Parmesan cheese really get dark crusted on top, and I mean, that's like love, you know, it's like, it's amazing. One of the things that I always remember as a childhood was, my dad would say to my mom when she took the lasagna out, she's like, okay, you got to take it out early and you got to leave it there. You got to leave it there for an hour and then we're going to eat it. Because one of the beauty things about lasagna is you want it to set. You know, so even when you made all the ingredients the day before, the ragu, the bechamel, all those flavors set in. Then the next day, when you're assembling it and then you cook it, now everything's set. And now you're able to cut it, and you're not spilling this lasagna everywhere. And it's just amazing when you know you made it right when you're able to put your fork in it, and everything is just standing up. So the thing is about the humidity in lasagna. You have to be aware of how much liquid, if you're putting too much tomato sauce, if you put it.